What's up, everybody? You're probably wondering why I'm wearing these goofy ass glasses, and there's a very good reason. I promise. I'm not just weird like that. Well, I am kind of weird, but anyway, I wanted to talk about how light exposure affects your sleep-wake cycle, and not many people think about this in regards to how they can optimize their sleep. They just think they have insomnia or they just can't sleep and they have anxiety, which definitely contribute to not being able to sleep effectively or sleep properly. But light exposure affects so many things in your body. It affects your stress hormones, cortisol namely. It affects your ability to produce melatonin, which is necessary for optimal sleep throughout the night. So when we're looking at your laptop, you're looking at your cell phones, the reason why they can have such awesome resolution and it looks so good on the screen is because they emit a certain kind of light called blue light. And blue light, especially at night, is kind of confusing to the body because when we go about our day, the first thing we do when we wake up, the sun rises, right? And the sun hits your eyes and it's a crisp white light early in the morning. So cortisol goes up. And as cortisol goes up, you're basically pooling from all your resources to create energy, to move around, start thinking, and do your thing. And then as you get to the afternoon, the light starts to get kind of like into a bluish hue. And then as you get towards the evening, it becomes kind of like an orange afterglow. And that orange-ish color is kind of like the golden hour. Photographers call it the golden hour. And this is one of the best times to get photos in. It's an awesome time. You get some really cool shots. And that's kind of how you go about your day. And so what we're doing is, when we're looking at our laptops or our cell phones at night, is we're looking at this blue light that's usually exposed to us during midday. So now, instead of having cortisol start to diminish or lower over time, because you start off with the day with not high, but your cortisol goes up in the morning, and you slowly start to lower your cortisol, and then as you get towards the nighttime, you start having more of your growth and repair hormones, like growth hormone and IGF-1, testosterone, all these hormones necessary to repair, recover, or rejuvenate at night are supposed to start secreting and doing its thing. But now we're exposing ourselves to this blue light, and we're amping up our cortisol. And this cortisol is preventing us from producing these repair hormones, plus melatonin, which is necessary for optimal sleep. So now we're kind of in the situation where we're being stressed throughout the whole night. We're not able to sleep effectively. And if you think about our ancestors, 200,000 years ago, they weren't exposed to blue light that late in the night or even in the evening, 6 or 7 o'clock. They instead had candles, they had fires, which had that orange afterglow. Sounds familiar, right? Sounds like the orangish color of the sun whenever the sun's setting, right? And like these glasses. So because of that, there are certain things you can do to basically minimize all that light exposure whenever you're going about your night, doing your thing. Because let's be realistic. We have things we have to do at night. We have to be on the laptop. We have to respond to emails. We have to respond to people on our phones, so on and so forth. So there are things you can do. One thing you can definitely do is get yourself a pair of glasses like this. They don't have to be so goofy, because mine look like safety glasses. They look crazy. But they have an orange filter to them. You can also get some Oakleys. You can get some cheap orange filter glasses. These were like $8, really cheap off Amazon. I'll put a link in the description below. And you can wear these glasses, and they provide an orange filter through which you can look at your screen. So now the screen appears more of an orange hue, which is awesome. Beyond that, you can also get a program called Flux, Flux. And you can download it on your computer, you can download it on your cell phone, your tablets, wherever you want to. And whenever you get to a certain point of the day, like it gets to 5 or 6 p.m., your screen will automatically start to turn orange. And you'll have more of that orange filter. So I do both. I use Flux and I use these glasses as well to kind of minimize that blue light being emitted from the screen. And it's interesting to see the results because I was kind of skeptical at first, but it made sense. It made logical sense to me, so I decided to experiment with it. So I've been experimenting with this for the past 4 weeks, and I'll say my sleep is that much better. And I know it's better because when I wake up, I don't feel groggy, I'm not sluggish, I'm not dragging my ass around. I wake up and I feel great. So definitely immerse yourself and try the experience for yourself before you just say, oh, that's goofy, that's weird. It's definitely a lot of clout to this. There's definitely a lot of logic and science behind it. And also, the other thing you have to be kind of mindful about is when you're looking at your cell phone or your laptop for hours on end, you get this eye fatigue, right? And you've probably noticed this before, where your eyes start to twitch and your eyes get tired, and there's a reason why. You're being overexposed to light for the whole day, and so you're chronically stressing yourself out instead of going into repair mode when it's time to sleep. Beyond that, I'd recommend lowering the amount of lights you have in the house overall. Maybe a lamp light, maybe something more dim, something less intense, so that you're getting your body used to shutting down. Okay? So we have to remember that we have to get in touch with what it means to be human. And in our day and age where technology is abundant and is making our lives easier, at the same time, we have to get in touch with what makes us human. So check this out, guys. Make sure you try this experience if you're wondering how to improve your sleep quality. I'll put down the link for the glasses in the description below, as well as the program Flux. All right, till next time, peace.